YouTube, what is up? It is the anonymous sneakerhead, the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game, back with another video for you guys today, man. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to buy shoes for retail. If you are new here, make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the anonymous sneakerhead family, join the channel. Also take the 2 seconds to smash that like button. Helps with the algorithms and bring more people to the videos, all of that stuff. And then last but not least, follow the Instagram at Anonymous Sneakerhead. You get a lot of things out there first, poll stories, questions, kicks of the day, all of that stuff. And then that's pretty much it. Let's get into the video, man. So today's video, you guys read the title, you saw what it is. It's about getting shoes for retail. A lot of people in the sneaker community are entitled and think that they can wake up at least here on the East Coast sneakers apps release at 10, think they can wake up at 9:59, open up their phone, Face ID, and get the shoe every time, right? They feel entitled and that should happen. Well, it's not how it works. Even without botters, right? Even if there were no botters and no resellers in the world, right? There's a limited quantity of sneakers. Everybody's going to be trying to get them. Say that Nike releases 1 million pairs of shoes and there's no botters and no resellers, but 2 million people want that shoe. Well, 1 million people aren't going to have that shoe, right? And the reason why I'm making this video is the biggest thing that I'm noticing is just entitlement in the sneaker game, right? And I made a video not that long ago about UAs, and there was a bunch of idiots down there in the comments trying to say that UAs and fakes were different. Unauthorized authentic is a euphemism for the word fake. Whether someone was murdered, executed, or assassinated, they were all killed by someone else. It's the same thing, it's different words for the same thing. But a lot of the reason why people were saying they want to buy them is because, well, they don't want to pay the $2,000, $800, whatever, for a sneaker. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to pay that money for a sneaker. You just got to put in the work. Now, a lot of people, once again, that buy UAs and sit back and complain and don't actually get up and do anything, they're probably sitting at home, you know what I'm saying, eating hot Cheetos, playing video games all day, don't have a job, not making no money, right? Is what it is. I have a full-time job. Most sneaker collectors have a full-time job, as you should. But let's talk about the steps to get your sneakers. Now, step number 1, I would say, is just mindset. Don't feel entitled. Don't feel like you deserve any sneaker. Nike isn't, or Jordan or Adidas or whoever isn't going to come knock on your door and say, hey, I got this shoe for you. Do you want it? No? Okay, and go to the next door, right? There's a limited amount of shoes released. We know that, right? There's always going to be more people that want the shoe than the amount of shoes that are available. So what you have to do is outwork the other people. Now, step number 2, once you got past your sense of entitlement and think you deserve everything, you move over to, I'll call it, the different apps. So right here on the screen, you can see the apps. I actually record my videos on my phone, so I don't have them in front of me to look at, but I know the apps that I have on there. Obviously, the foot sites, Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action, Eastbay. Then you want to get Finish Line. You want to get, obviously, the sneakers app, Nike, the regular Nike app, GOAT and StockX. I honestly use GOAT most of the time. I use GOAT most of the time. The only time I use StockX is if something I'm looking for isn't on GOAT. Get Trade Block, get everything. You know what I'm saying? Sneakerhead. You guys can see everything I have up there. I can't think of it right in front of my head. But what you want to do is enter all of those sites, right? Go to all of those sites, set up an account. Forget the sneakers app right now. A lot of you guys' problem is you wait until the day of a release to open your phone at 9:59 a.m. and hit buy and hope that you get it, right? Now you're just playing the lottery, right? It's harder for you to get it. Your odds are you're not going to get it. Now, some shoes that aren't that hyped or whatever, yeah, go ahead and take that method. I do that sometimes with a shoe that I know is going to be relatively easy to get. The last one that I could think of, for example, was the Air Max 1 Mystic Date. I knew that I was going to be able to get those, so I didn't have to, go into these other routes. But let's talk about these other routes. So we all know about, actually, I'll start with Finish Line. Finish Line is the simplest. You make your account on Finish Line when the shoe is going to release like a week or so before. They put it up there for the raffle. You enter the raffle, your size, what store you would be picking it up at, and boom, in a couple days, whatever, it's usually like 2 days before the release, I think, they'll let you know if you want it or not. And then you reserve your pair, you go in there, you pick it up, boom, right? That's one entry that you can have on the shoe. We're going to keep count. Then you go to Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action. So this is 4 right here, right? You go to Foot Action, Champs, Foot Action, or Foot Action, Champs, and Foot Locker. and you enter. Once again, you make an account. Your account, you only need to make one account for those, and Eastbay included, but Eastbay is a little different. You make one account for those, you go ahead and you enter right there, and you can enter for 3 different stores right there. And you use your FLX points that you use from the past for buying shoes or hoodies or socks or whatever at those stores. You use those points to get yourself head starts. And you can enter, like I said, at 3 different stores right there. So that turns from 3 stores to 9 really quick, right? So now, instead of 4 entries, we have 10 entries right now. We have 10 entries right now. Then you go over to Eastbay. Now, Eastbay is all online, so you can't really enter at multiple stores. So that would just get you one more. That's 11 entries right there. Then another spot that I like to go to sometimes is sneakers and stuff. SNS app is one of the apps you would have seen on there. I know there are some sneakers and stuff stores. There's none around me. But sneakers and stuff is cool because you can do online raffles. So you go sneakers and stuff right there. That puts us at 13 entries. Then I do the same thing with DTLR. That puts us at 14 entries. Then I do the same thing with Hibbett Sports. That puts us at 15 entries. Right? You see what I'm saying? So you keep adding up your entries, the more chance you have to hit. We haven't even talked about the Nike sneakers app yet. We're going to leave that for last. The next thing that you do, this varies depending on where you live in the country, so I can't give you exact store names. But where I live, it was Eblin's, a store called Eblin's. You see me, I think I did a couple of videos for shoes I picked up from there. That's where I got my, I think I got my Flint 13s from there. And did I get my, I think I got the Hair 6s from there. Maybe the Fire Red 5s. I forgot where I got my Fire Red 5s. But anyways, you go to stores like that. Basically, for most people, it's kind of like a Jimmy Jazz or a Shoe Palace. For people in other parts of the country, you go to those stores. Hey, how are you guys raffling these off? You know that thing that people do sometimes called talking to other human beings face to face. I know a lot of people struggle with that because some of y'all are weird, but you go and like you see another person and hey, what's up, man? I'm doing good. Oh, word? You have that conversation with somebody. A lot of people forgot how to do that, but that's what you do. You go up in the store, you meet people, you have conversations with people. Hey, man, what are you guys doing about this shoe? How are you guys raffling it off? Is it going to be online? Is it going to be whatever? Eblin's, for example, the store by me, once again, stores in your hometown may do it different, but I guarantee you, I would find out if I lived where you lived. I would find out what your local stores do a lot faster than you because I'm not lazy and I would just go there and actually have a conversation with a person, unlike you who just wants to wake up and use Sneakers app. But anyways, you go talk to the guys at Eblin's and they're like, yeah, we're doing the raffle. Eblin's usually had tickets. One of them had like a weird looking ticket, but anyways, fill out the ticket, information, phone number, email, all of that. We'll call you the day before if you win. Let us know what size you want. All right, cool. So I would do that. So we're already at 15 sites, right? At 15 entries. So with Eblin's, I would enter, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Eblin's within a 45-minute radius of me. So I would go enter in those 5. That puts us up at 20 entries right there. Odds are for most sneakers, if you have 20 entries, you're going to hit at least once. And most of the time, I do. Now, once again, let's think back to step 1. Don't be entitled, right? You're not supposed to have every sneaker. You're not supposed to have everything. People and everything in life, I don't know why people act like it's different in sneakers, right? Like people are like, oh man, why does Tom Brady? Nobody ever says, oh man, why does Tom Brady have 7 rings and I don't? Because he fucking worked for them and he's better than you are at something, right? Get better. You know what I'm saying? Some things are harder to get. Super Bowl rings, for example, are harder to come by. For example, trophy room ones. There's only now the whole fakes and UAs and whatever, however many of those there were. We're not going to talk about that, but just legit trophy room runs from trophy room, there was 12,000 pairs. And they were, I don't even know, because you get a 170 to 190, whatever. We'll say they were $180, right? Marcus Jordan and Nike and Jordan, they were not dumb. You know what I'm saying? They knew that they didn't think, oh, we're going to sell these for 180 and nobody's going to resell them. No, they knew that, right? But unless you have that money, the reason why I'm not complaining about it is because there's people who are doctors or lawyers or athletes or musicians or whatever. You can literally have any job, make a lot of money. My profession, there's people that make a lot of money, right? Being a coach, college football coach, you know what I'm saying? I make a okay amount of money. Being a coach, being whatever, people who make money. Right? People who have the money, have their priorities and everything taken care of. If they want to spend $2,000, they can spend $2,000. Once again, get rid of that entitlement. It's not someone else's fault who can spend the $2,000 on the shoe that you can't. It's not their fault. I understand you want the shoe. there's only 12,000 pairs of them. What makes you think that only 12,000 people want them, and you deserve, out of the millions of people that want them, right? Out of the, we'll say there's 10 million sneakerheads in the United States. Out of the 10 million sneakerheads in the United States, what makes you think that you're in the top 12,000 and you deserve your trophy room ones for retail if you didn't put any of the work? I know the whole raffle situation was crazy, but this trophy room release was weird because of COVID. Usually they do it at the store and people fly out to Orlando, right? But you didn't fly out to Orlando. You didn't do any of the work. You just wanted to get them on sneakers when they put them on sneakers. Turns out it was an exclusive access and there was only 200 pairs. So what do you do now? Now you're asked out. You either go get your UAs or you cry about people getting it for 2,000 because people like to complain, so they're not going to spend their own 2,000, right? But you got to understand, like that, there's some shoes that you're not supposed to have. There's some things that you're just not supposed to have. And I don't know why in sneakers, everyone feels like they're entitled to every sneaker that comes out. We don't think about that with, like, for example, like cars. There's some people who are really, really into cars and they love cars, but they can't afford that Ferrari or they can't afford that Lamborghini or that Rolls Royce. And they don't go to Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or Ferrari and say, hey, make these more expensive or make these less expensive, make more of them so they're more affordable to people like me who work in McDonald's. No, son, that's not how it works. Literally, it was either the owner of Lamborghini or Ferrari. I forgot who it was. One of the coldest quotes I ever heard. They asked him, why don't you guys do commercials on TV? And the owner of, once again, it was Lamborghini or Ferrari. I can't remember. He said, our clientele isn't sitting around watching TV all day, so why would we make commercials, right? You got to get up and do the work. Their Lamborghini and Ferrari and Rolls Royce's clientele, they're not watching my videos right now. You know what I'm saying? They're not watching my videos right now. They're going and getting it because they have the money. Same thing with the people who have trophy room ones, or we'll say Travis Scott ones now, or Paranorman phones. I don't know why that one came to my head. You know what I'm saying? But those, you know what I'm saying? That's not their clientele. Shoes are made limited, so that way limited people, elite people can get those shoes. That is the point. It's a status symbol just like anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's a currency like anything else. Yeah, anybody could get a pair of, I don't know, anybody could get a pair of, I pulled these out right here. I was going to talk about later getting shoes for under retail. Anybody could get a pair of these, right? But not everybody can necessarily get a pair of these. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can get a pair of these. But it is what it is. And now, the last part of this video, since I just kind of brought it up, I want to talk about getting shoes for under retail. Now, it's a little harder to do now since COVID hit because people have gone crazy about sneakers and they're buying whatever they want. But if you guys think back and remember, right before COVID hit, these came out, They sat. These retailed for $200. I was able to get them for $134 because they sat. Then I had coupons, right? All of that stuff. Boom. I got a gift card too or something. Those sat. And then once again, this is a shoe that came out 2 years ago, I think. Right here, retail for $200 or something like that. $190, I think. Sat forever. And they went on sale 50% off, whatever it was. Got them for $75. I actually made a video a while back when I got these. $75. Why? Because all I did was just, you follow accounts like Soul Links. You follow guys like Unbreakable Kicks, Sniper Jones, Z Sneakerhead, Kick It. Is it Kick It with DD or Kicking It with DD? I can't. It might just be Kick It with DD. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at it right now. But you follow people like that and they give you the information when things are going to drop, when they're going to be deals, all of that stuff. Another one right here. This shoe right here retailed for $220 retail. And it sat, obviously it sat for a while. This is like, I call this the COVID-19 shoe. This is like the first shoe to drop in the lockdown. But anyways, these came out $225. I paid $86 for these from Finish Line because I had gift cards and coupons and they went on sale. Just wait, be patient, right? But that's it for this video, you guys, man. I was going to talk a little bit about different types of resale. That may be a video for another time. I just wanted to get that out there. Hopefully that helps some people. Hopefully it probably, a lot of people probably watching this eating their hot Cheetos and they're like, yeah, that's how I got to get the shoes. And then they just like turn it off. And then like when the Tote Page 4s come out next week, they didn't put in any work and they're going to open up the sneakers app, put it in, not get it, and then be upset at the world because they didn't put in any other footwork anywhere else. But that's not my problem. I gave you guys the information. Hopefully you use that information, man. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you're new here, make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Anonymous Sneakerhead family. Join the channel. Also, if there's any other ways that you guys get sneakers, You know what I'm saying? These are my methods and these are things that have worked for me. But if there's any other ways that you guys get sneakers, let everyone know down below in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Also, take the 2 seconds to smash that like button. Really helps with the algorithms, helps bring more people to the channel. And then last but not least, follow the Instagram at Anonymous Sneakerhead. You get a lot of information up there first. Poll stories, questions, kicks of the day, all of that stuff. But that is it for this one, y'all. I am the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game. And as always, it's all about the sneakers.